Welcome, YouTubers. But I know I've been off for about a week. Tulsa had a bunch of snow and ice here in the Tulsa area and kind of shut me down. Well, the ice is now melted. Snow kind of went away. And while I was on the internet, I found a new place to come to. This is the former home of the Mingo Wildcats, as you can see up there on the board. This was actually an independent school system back in the 40s, 50s, and early 60s. But the one thing that I found while I was working the Bing maps that I was telling y'all about here the other day was that I found this running track. And it was actually kind of just a regular old walking track, been there for a long time. And I had no idea what this walking track was for. I know that generally, you know, they put walking tracks around high school football fields. Well, I didn't know this was a high school until I done a little bit more investigating, a little bit more digging about it. And that's where they actually used to play their high school football games at, right here. And so who knows, over in them tree-lined area right there, that was where the stadium was. Well, I can call it a stadium, but it was a little more than regular bench seating, wooden bench and steel seating. So there might be some silver under there as well. But since the snow was melted and had a chance to kind of go over this thing, I thought, well, we'll just come back here and see what's going on. I left one park that I showed you in the first part of this video because I started getting a little attention that I didn't really want. That there were some fellers there that were kind of taking too keen an interest of what I was doing. So playing all safety aside, well, I decided I don't care how good the place might be. I like coming back, so I went ahead and decided to leave there. Came out to a new park today. Starting to look around. Looked pretty good. It's kind of wet, but we're expecting snow again tomorrow, so I wanted to get out and do a little hunting today. As you can see, there's a little tot lot there. I hadn't had a chance to look at it yet, but first find of the day, not much. It's a penny, you know. Got me a new penny today, so I guess if nothing else, I came home with more than I went out with. So, oh well, I'll be back in later if I find something else. Well, guys, I switched parks. Went over back where I found that 37 Mercury dime here a couple of weeks ago. First find, found me a penny. Regular memorial penny, nothing fancy, but hey, it's my first find today with my new MXT there. And I'm looking forward to using it and seeing what all I come up with out of this little booger. So I'll be back if I find something else. Well, guys, after searching this little ball field for a little bit, that I can definitely confirm one thing, that the MXT, it can find pull tabs too. I'll catch y'all here if I find something else. Well, we found a bunch of junk that more than anything. We found some pop bottle screw caps and some old style Pepsi and Dr. Pepper tabs, you know. They used to make them with a little ear on the end of them, you know, the old-fashioned pull tabs. And I found a couple of them, a couple screw-on caps, and a piece of aluminum off something. Not really sure what it is, but it doesn't really matter. It's just plain old junk. The only thing worth finding today was I found a couple of little memorial pennies that don't know what the age are. It doesn't really matter. They're both memorials, so they're fairly new. So. And then the other thing I got was I was asked, you know, in one of my first videos I talked about finding a 1967 Dodge Challenger, and was told that they didn't actually start making the Challenger until 1970. Well, when I got the thing home and cleaned up a little bit more, well, I thought I'd bring it out and show y'all again. But I was wrong. I know y'all can't read that, but it is a Hot Wheels, a 1967 Dodge Charger is what it is. So I was wrong about the Challenger. It is a Dodge Charger. So 1967. I'm still out here looking for the keys, so right now it looks like I'm gonna have to take it home. I won't be able to drive it, but it's got all 4 tires, looks to be in good shape, gray in color, fastback. Well, if I can just find the keys to it, well, it ought to be fine driving little machine. So right now it looks like it's going to be the end of it for today, and they're expecting snow again to come in. Old Buffalo Bill up there in Hope, Arkansas, well, looks like we're going to get some more of your snow. So you know, we ain't getting no rain, but we ain't hardly getting any sunshine either. Seems like just about the time the snow melts off, well, it decides to snow again. So I tell you what, that's all today for this park. There'll be plenty more days of hunting over there, and all them kind of baseball areas, swing areas, places for kids to lose all kinds of change and tokens. And over there in the far distance, there's actually a baseball field that they play football at in the fall, and softball and baseball in the spring and summer. So we'll have lots more fun with this park. So stay tuned. We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye. Howdy folks, Dutch here. That went out hunting a neighbor's front yard here just a little while ago. Didn't have my camera when I went over there, but I wanted to show you what I found in the front yard. That didn't do too bad. Had two Washington quarters and 2 dimes, 11 pennies, and then I had to separate these other 2 pennies over here that I got me a new hunting partner called Green-Eyed Girl, and she found those on her first trip, just learning how to use her metal detector and her eyes, and she was so good I could almost call her Eagle Eye. So maybe that'd be more of her name, because she picked them things up, identified them, and didn't even need her metal detector to get that. So I guess we got old Eagle Eye working for us now. So in a course of about 30 minutes, we come down with, let's see, 50, 70, 81 cents, 83 cents total. So I don't guess we did bad for half an hour's work in our neighbor's front yard. So always remember, if you got a vacant house in your neighborhood, try to check it out, because this is a whole lot easier to find than it is in a park, you know, when it might have been hunted for a long time. So we'll catch you next time. Your finds are too good for my jar, huh? No, hey, don't worry about it. That's okay. I'm gonna beat you by the end of the year anyway. That's what we can do. We can have a little contest. Who's gonna win at the end of the year? Dutch or old Eagle Eye there that's disappearing there? Yeah, old Eagle Eye. Bye. Howdy folks, old Dutch here. Hey, I wanted to come out here and make a little video of the all those finds that we found. Came right out of this front yard here of this house. That it was a rent house, been vacant for a couple of months. So I figured since it's next door to where old Dutch lives, I could actually hunt this thing. There's another house just down the road down there, that kind of a brown 2-story house you see there, that I'm gonna come back and if the weather will allow me tomorrow, and hunt that particular yard there. So you know, it's kind of one of those things that when it opens yourself up to yourself to be able to metal detect certain areas, don't be afraid to do so. So you know, all of our finds, almost all of them, came underneath this tree, underneath this big old oak tree. Been there for, oh good Lord, probably 50 years. It's a big old thing. But we found most all of our finds under there. A few of them came from around the porch there that you see on your right. But stay tuned, and between me and the old Eagle Eye there, we're going to have some fun this year. Bye-bye.